championships will be defended. Welcome to NXT Takeover Chicago.
New champs! Look at this! Undisputed Era retains. It's all about the NXT Women's Championship.
She's got it! Get her through the clutch! This is a defining victory for Shayna Basler.
Velveteen Dream has stated anything Ricochet can do, the Dream can do better. Oh! Whoa! 630! Oh! The spotlight is shining down on the one and only Ricochet.
Did it 'cause I won and I did it 'cause I'm good and I did it.
He's caught it again!
Sullivan looking for the NXT title. Oh no! The left knee got up!
That's the big man right on the jaw.
Oh, that got him!
Aleister Black retains. Johnny Gargano with one thing on his mind, to destroy Tommaso Ciampa.
Kick his ass. What did it all to shame? Every single one of your emotions.
What is he doing? These men are tearing each other apart.
Tonight, Tommaso Ciampa came to Chicago with a goal in mind, and the fairy tale of Johnny Gargano. Welcome into NXT. We are on the heels of NXT Takeover Chicago. Vic Joseph, Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness, no Mauro Ranallo again tonight. He will be back next Wednesday when NXT returns to Full Sail University. But guys, what a night Saturday was.
Oh, without a doubt, man. I'm telling you, some big, hardcore matches went down in Chi-Town, man. I'm still blown away.
We're getting ready for the action to start right here tonight on NXT.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Make your way to the ring from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
Well, first, when you take a look at Dakota Kai, you talk to Dakota Kai, the one thing we can all say is confidence is growing in this superstar.
Without a doubt, renewed confidence, renewed vigor. She's had her issues we've seen before with Shayna Basler, but I think she's beyond that now. And we've seen backstage on NXT what happened. Bianca Belair stepped up and she said, I will not let you inside my mind. That's not going to happen again.
Well, it's easy to say it, Percy. It's another thing to step in the ring and to prove it. She has a big test against her tonight with the EST of NXT.
Dakota Kai, unique style, all her own. Just the way she's able to bend, the unique variety of kicks she displays when she steps into the ring.
A member of Team Kick, indeed. She's a plucky Kiwi with some strong strikes.
I'm on my own against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. It's it. And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
Well, confidence never an issue with Bianca Belair, who, correct me if I'm wrong, Percy, is the EST of NXT.
Oh, there's nothing to correct. That she absolutely is. She's the strongest, the fastest, the toughest. I mean, she is absolutely the best. I'm telling you, the rest of the women's division needs to keep their eyes on Bianca Belair.
She is very good, but the best, she is not the best, is the champion. Pure and simple, but very soon she could be in title contention, certainly with a win here.
Victory here. Bianca Belair also already holds a victory over Candice LeRae. She competed in the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal this past year in New Orleans. And Bianca Belair looking to continue to add to her resume with a victory possibly tonight over Dakota Kai.
Whoa!
Oh, just pie-facing Kai.
Belair wasting no time. Going right at Dakota Kai.
Looking for an aggressive start.
The captain of the team kick. Is that what you mentioned earlier,
That's
Perce?
it right there.
Again, the escapability of Kai. Beautiful.
Oh, shoulders down. Belair out at one. Right around him. Belair has to establish the strength game early on. Am I right, Nigel?
Absolutely. She clearly has the strength and size advantage against Dakota Kai. Needs to use that here. Oh, look, nice little leg trick from Dakota Kai.
Oh,
there's one of those kicks.
Cover. And Belair powers out at two.
But Dakota does have that veteran's advantage, even though the EST is extremely strong. That's a woman that can deadlift 405 pounds.
Oh, man.
Way less than 405 pounds there.
Following up is Belair right into that midsection of Dakota Kai.
And Bianca Belair used every second of that count to inflict as much damage as she possibly could to Dakota Kai.
Well, now there's a bullseye on Dakota Kai, Nigel.
Without doubt, once Belair has an advantage, she pushes it. Look at this beautiful strength. Nice delayed suplex. Belair's really going to enjoy this.
And, right on the back of Dakota Kai.
Oh, effortless nip up.
And look at the smile on the face of Bianca Belair.
Both these women had their eye on the NXT Women's Championship match this past Saturday. We will relive the action between Nikki Cross and Shayna Basler later tonight here on NXT. But right now, Bianca Belair continuing to wear down Dakota Kai. And Dakota Kai still not giving up, still digging down, still fighting. Percy, would you say that Bianca Belair is the best overall athlete in the women's division?
In my opinion, I'd have to say so. She is physically more athletic than any woman on the roster, if you ask me.
Really ragdolling Kai. Doesn't have the left toe hooked behind the heel and ankle of Kai.
Dakota Kai in a bad spot. Bianca Belair has that abdominal stretch on. Oh!
Got Belair digging her nails into the rib cage of Kai. Even more pain.
And you can even see the pressure from Bianca Belair pushing down that midsection, which was softened up a few moments ago. Oh, and what a backbreaker.
Brutal.
And look at the smile on the face of Belair.
Get up and fight. Get up.
And Bianca's having a good time. She's enjoying what she's doing right now.
Well, she's been in control of this matchup.
And the majority of it.
She's begging Dakota Kai to stand up and fight her.
Well, what did you say about the backstage altercation both these superstars had?
I mean, for Dakota Kai, it was all about getting that confidence back.
Well, Belair feels like Kai stepped up to her, got in her face, and she took umbrage to that.
Look at the strength on display from Bianca Belair.
Oh my goodness.
Wow!
Hey,
Wait a second.
Dakota able to roll through. Shoulders down, Belair out at one. Ooh.
Belair made a mistake there, perhaps. Took Kai lightly.
Whoa! Shoulders down once again. Another near fall for Dakota Kai. And Belair right back to the midsection. Oh!
Kai came up holding that midsection.
And oh! Dakota Kai came up holding her knees, and Bianca Belair stopped in her tracks.
That's that veteran craftiness right there from Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai, this is her opportunity to capitalize, to start gaining some momentum in this matchup.
Belair stunned.
Stunned once again. And step up enziguri rocking Belair.
But look at Kai. She fell at the same time. Having trouble following up. Taking an advantage.
Dakota Kai, you can see it in her eyes. She realizes this is now her moment.
That's if she can capitalize on it. If she can get to her feet and keep hitting some offensive maneuvers, she might wrap this thing up. Take it home.
Oh, interesting, innovative kick.
Oh!
And a third.
Unique trifecta of kicks from Kai to Belair. Dakota Kai measuring Belair. Oh! Following it up.
Oh! Face wash. Belair down.
Hooks the leg. Belair.
Close. But again, look at Kai's face. She's hurting.
Well, look at the face of Bianca Belair. She's certainly
She's in
hurt
pain.
too, Percy.
For sure.
Now Kai electing to go to the top rope. Is this a mistake?
I think she's trying to lay it all on the line. She knows she has to take that next step in this matchup, Nigel, if she wants to become victorious. If she wants to knock off Bianca Belair.
She's up there.
Oh. Nice counter from Dakota Kai. Whoa! Swinging that hair was Belair. What a forearm.
Missed with a whip, not with a forearm. Up she goes, torture rack.
The strength on display as Belair plants Kai, center of the ring.
I'm on my own against the wall. The Bianca Belair. Instead of crying, they hear me
What a
roar.
statement
And now I
victory
see that I'm
for
way better
Bianca
than
Belair.
before. Never needed you at all.
EST of NXT shows why she's one of the baddest women on the NXT roster.
Let's take a look if we can how she made the victory in this match. Closing moments, Dakota Kai moved out of the way, missed that, but got nailed with the forearm, but then look at this.
And the closing seconds right here. Belair putting that power on display. One more time, wrapping this up, taking it home with a big victory.
Torture rack slam and a forearm across the jaw.
I'm on my own against the wall. The pressure's building.
Bianca Belair moves forward and perhaps title contention in the future.
And now I see that I'm way better than before. Never needed you at all. Think I fall down? I'ma watch you fall down.
The spotlight is shining bright on Bianca Belair here tonight in Chicago. But this past Saturday, it was all about two of NXT's hottest young superstars fighting for their own spotlight on the grand stage of TakeOver. Velveteen Dream Mania was running wild in the Windy City as the self-proclaimed Prince of NXT captivated the audience with his flamboyant antics before coming face-to-face with King Ricochet. NXT's most electrifying superstar had the biggest challenge of his career against Dream as these two looked to one-up each other move for move throughout the unforgettable clash. The All-State Arena was rocking from bell to bell with Dream looking to prove to the NXT Universe and perhaps even himself that anything Ricochet could do, the Velveteen Dream could do better. But it was ego that would get in the way of glory for Dream as one miscalculated elbow would lead to an unbelievable 630 splash from the top and a hard-fought victory for Ricochet. We caught up with both superstars following their match to get their thoughts on what has already been hailed as an instant classic.
Ricochet, such a highly anticipated match, and you pulled out the win. Congratulations. So, what is next for Ricochet?
Well, like I said before, TakeOver New Orleans, I showed the NXT Universe just a little bit of what I was capable of doing inside the ring. And tonight I showed the NXT Universe that I'm not just some animated GIF you see online. I am not just some cool flip. Tonight I showed the NXT Universe and the Velveteen Dream that the spotlight no longer belongs to him. The spotlight now belongs to me, the one and only Ricochet.
Velveteen, not the outcome you were hoping for. Where do you go from here?
I said dream over in Chicago. What do you think?
was one of the most brutal matches in NXT history. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa tore into each other in a Chicago street fight. And we will take a look at the carnage later tonight.
And when we come back, guys, we are going to relive what happened in NXT Takeover Chicago when NXT champion Aleister Black defended his NXT crown against Lars Sullivan. Next.
I got a lot of making up to do, and I will.
Every human being is flawed, makes mistakes.
And just say, hey, man, you got this. Just don't do it again. Don't do it again.
No, I won't back down.
Their goal of a lifetime was to make it in WWE. My gosh, the success they've had, astonishing.
The audience was reacting, and we knew we could take it even further.
The work, the schedule, it consumed me.
I was in just such a crazy state. I was out of control.
Face down, handcuffed. I thought my life was over.
I remember just saying, Matt, the way this is going to end is you dying.
No, I won't back down.
Whenever you start writing a story and then it pays off.
The Hardy Boys are here!
That's the magic of this industry.
After 25 years and still able to be on top, not many people can say that they've done that.
Just own what you've done and live this life because you only get one.
WWE 24 The Hardys, Woken. Stream anytime on demand. Only on WWE Network.
You're listening to Uncomfortable by Hailstorm, an NXT Loud theme song for NXT TakeOver Chicago. It's available July 27th on iTunes and Spotify.
And uncomfortable is the perfect word to describe Shayna Baszler's mindset heading into her NXT Women's Championship defense against the unhinged Nikki Cross. Leading into Chicago, Cross seemed to get the best of the Queen of Spades, who has used fear tactics ever since arriving to NXT. But as we've seen, fear seems to have no effect on Nikki Cross. From the bell, Cross seemed unfazed by the offensive threats of Basler and would do her best to ground the champion with utter chaos. But Basler's extensive MMA background would eventually come into play when she locked in the Karafuda clutch on a smiling Nikki Cross, who would eventually pass out under the vice-like grip of the Queen of Spades. Shayna Baszler lives to fight yet another day as NXT Women's Champion as Nikki Cross looks on still with that disturbing smile remaining across her face. Our WWE.com cameras caught up with Basler following her victory.
Shayna, tonight you retained the NXT Women's Championship. Obviously, your friends from the Four Horsewomen of UFC, Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke, closely watching. Was there any moment of doubt on your part that Nikki's craziness could overcome your dominance?
You know how you defeat chaos? You suck the air out of it, and you put it to sleep. And still.
Well, fellas, what an incredible match at TakeOver Chicago. The women's division continues to heat up here in NXT.
How about from the Women's NXT Championship? How about to the NXT title itself? It was Aleister Black defending his championship against Lars Sullivan this past Saturday at TakeOver Chicago. And you're taking a look inside the All-State Arena as we kick off Money in the Bank weekend with NXT TakeOver Chicago.
Money in the Bank, all about title opportunities. And this man has a huge one tonight. The Leviathan, Lars Sullivan.
He is nothing but confident heading into his NXT Championship match against Aleister Black. And it's going to take everything Black's got to put a stop to Sullivan's path of destruction.
Lars Sullivan has been on a rampage, and the path of destruction he's on could lead him to the top of the Rocky Mountain in NXT tonight.
Aleister Black is undefeated in singles action, but that can all change by the end of the night.
It's not often that you see a champion come out here to be considered an underdog. And I would have to say that's exactly what Aleister Black is when he faces Lars Sullivan.
Sullivan did say he's going to take everything Black has worked his entire life for.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Championship.
So Nigel, I gotta ask you, do you believe the Black Mass can put down Lars?
The bigger question is, can he hit the Black Mass spinning heel kick? Oh!
The Black Mass got caught!
Wow! Down goes the champion!
The power of Sullivan on display. Oh!
He just went right through it.
Wow!
For the title! And Black out at 2.
Black needs to find a way to deal with and endure the physicality, the size, and intelligence of Lars.
And oh no! The left knee got up!
Black gets that knee up and catches the big man right on the jaw.
Both superstars down. NXT Championship on the line.
Now, the advantage perhaps coming back to the champion.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He caught Aleister Black and oh!
That is just power that the champ has never had to deal and contend with.
Oh, no, 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 no! Lars Sullivan just laying waste. And he's going to the top rope once again. Sullivan!
Oh, he got it that time!
We have a new NXT champion! Black kicks out!
That's the heart of a champion right there.
And now Lars Sullivan was looking for freak accident.
Ooh! Back to that jaw!
Black Mass!
That's got in!
Good night!
What? No
I
way!
cannot believe this!
Sullivan!
This is shaking it off!
Oh! Cover!
Whoa!
Aleister Black retains the NXT title.
What an incredible title defense, and what a test for Aleister Black.
That was a match right there. Lars Sullivan took the champion to a different realm, but the champ was able to stick in there and retain his championship.
Excuse me, Aleister. And first of all, congratulations on the victory and retaining the NXT Championship. Over the last several weeks, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now.
Well, the Mighty have developed a win-at-all-costs attitude, which has turned into success. But that might change when they face the destructive War Raiders later tonight. And at TakeOver Chicago, it was an all-out battle between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. We'll take a look at the incendiary conflict of their Chicago street fight next.
You're listening to Painless by Fozzy, an NXT Loud theme song for NXT Takeover Chicago. It's available now on iTunes and Spotify.
and pain was the theme of the night at TakeOver, as we kicked off the event with a hard-hitting example for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Undisputed Era's Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, with Adam Cole in tow, of course, defended their titles against the underdog duo of Oney Lorcan and Danny Burke. With tensions between the two teams boiling over during the past several weeks, the physicality was off the charts throughout the entire match. Burke and Lorcan managed to keep Strong and O'Reilly at bay by using a mix of forceful strikes and straight-up aggression to take control during much of the contest. But it was a pivotal save by Adam Cole that helped turn the tide for his undisputed cohorts. Despite Cole's actions leading to his ejection at ringside by the official, it was only a matter of time before O'Reilly and Strong were successful in isolating a dazed Lorcan from his partner. Before Era struck with the high-low combination that kept Lorcan down for the 3 count. But while Strong and O'Reilly continued their reign as champions, it was the respect shown by the NXT Universe toward the challengers, following an undeniably courageous effort that underscores this as just the beginning for Oney Lorcan and Danny Burke.
Oney, Danny, I know you've got to be so upset losing that match for the NXT Tag Team Championships, but you've also got to be proud with yourselves at how much of a fight you put up.
This is a combined 25 years of experience in the making, of giving our blood, our sweat and our tears to get to WWE, to get to NXT. Tonight was our first takeover, and yeah, we came up short, and me personally, I'm heartbroken that we haven't got the NXT Tag Team Championships around our waist, but we left it all in the ring, and what more can you ask for?
It was the biggest match of our career, but it was also the biggest loss of our career, and we're pretty disappointed.
Well, this past Saturday at NXT Takeover Chicago, Percy, it just wasn't about championships.
No, not at all, man. It's about personal vendettas. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, what more can I say?
It was a Chicago street fight at Takeover Chicago.
Takeover Chicago, June 16, 2018, will be the end of your career. So do yourself a favor. Tell mom, tell dad, tell wife, tell them all to stay home. Things are gonna get ugly.
It was here in Chicago 1 year ago that man, the bitter, vitriolic and vengeful Tommaso Ciampa turned on Johnny Gargano, leading to one of the most brutal conflicts in NXT history.
For Johnny Gargano, he arrives this year at TakeOver with one thing on his mind: to destroy his former best friend, Tommaso Ciampa.
Kick his ass.
A symbolic thing in the hands of Johnny Gargano. It was Tommaso Ciampa who returned from a knee injury with that crutch and used it to attack Johnny Gargano every opportunity he got. Well, Tommaso Ciampa bringing his own crutch. Everything is legal tonight. Given what we've seen of these two men before, what are they capable of?
Oh, we're underway. A definition of pain, physical or mental stress. Gargano wants to put Ciampa through both here this evening. Whoa, guys! Whoa. It can go anywhere. It's a Chicago street fight. You're the devil, Ciampa! You're the devil! And Gargano and Ciampa are battling through the crowd. Pinfall or submission has to take place inside the ring. Oh boy. been taken to another level here tonight.
Johnny Gargano is not going to show any mercy tonight. He's not going to make that mistake this time.
Whoa! Gargano just flying!
Leaping nearly 15 feet through the air. Emotion makes you do crazy things.
Oh, Gargano, again, everything legal here in this Chicago street fight.
Well, the history between these two men, both these men despise each other. Let's not forget how dangerous Tommaso Ciampa is. Everything that he's done to Johnny Gargano.
Oh, no, 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 no! Oh! Oh, my!
Absolutely no remorse from Tommaso Ciampa. Notice how Tommaso Ciampa is not electing to try for a pinfall attempt. He wants to enact more punishment.
Gargano starting to fight back with everything Johnny's got left.
And anything is legal in Chicago Street Fight Fair. These men are tearing each other apart.
Tommaso cutting the underpart, the ropes.
Has he lost his mind?
A long time ago, Nigel.
Exposing the hard part, the board. These men are willing to go to any length, go down so deep to dark places of the soul that even they never knew they could go before.
Now, you say, bye Chicago. You say, bye Candace. You say, bye-bye to your dumb career. It's not enough. You don't know. They don't know. I know.
Oh, he's taking off Gargano's wedding ring. That's disgusting.
I mean, how low can Ciampa get?
Wait a minute.
No! Give it to him, okay? You gotta think as much as Gargano's been through the past year for him, that fall, it was worth it.
What has Johnny Gargano got to be thinking now?
Last time we were in Chicago, I left in an ambulance. And I'm gonna make sure you leave the same exact way.
Oh! I guess Gargano wants to inflict more punishment.
Gargano raining down on the Ciampa.
Ciampa tapping quickly, but no referee to see it.
Gargano trying to do anything to get his hands again on Ciampa. And Johnny, no!
Oh! Exposed ring! Nothing there to protect Ciampa. He's out! He's out! He's out!
Ciampa's still in this thing!
Tommaso Ciampa.
It has come to this.
As Tommaso Ciampa has his hand held high in victory.
And this is incredibly hard to watch. But when you're Johnny Gargano and emotions are running high, that's what happens in a street fight.
Tommaso Ciampa came to Chicago with a goal in mind. It was to win the war and end the fairy tale of Johnny Gargano.
From the incredible hostilities between Gargano and Ciampa, we turn to what is sure to be another incendiary battle. The Mighty called out the War Eaters, and the Raiders immediately accepted. They will do battle in our main event next.
From the Royal Albert Hall in London comes a two-day WWE Network special event. Every champion.
Since I won that UK title, I dominated. That title staying with me.
Needs a challenger. Day 1, 8 of the UK's best compete in the United Kingdom Championship Tournament. Who will earn the right to move on? Day 2, Pete Dunne must face his newest challenge. Will a new United Kingdom champion be crowned? And on the same night, NXT takes over London.
The excitement is off the charts.
The United Kingdom Championship Tournament begins this Monday at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, only on WWE Network.
Welcome back to this special edition of NXT as we continue our takeover of Chicago from the Allstate Arena. And tonight, NXT is powered by Tap Out Men's Body Sprays, now available in the fragrance aisle at Walmart.
The NXT champion Aleister Black survived the monstrous onslaught of Lars Sullivan at TakeOver Chicago. He left hurt, but he left with the title. The question is, what effect will it have on the champion? We'll find out next week when the striking man from Amsterdam is here live on NXT.
There he is. EC3. EC3, TakeOver Chicago. We saw you were there. What did you think of the show?
NXT Takeover. Is there anything like it? NXT Takeover proved exactly why NXT is the top brand in sports and entertainment. I mean, it had everything. Thrills, chills, spills, drama, excitement. Except it lacked the top 1%. Well, I'm not here to make promises. I'm here to make proclamations. From this point forward, the top 1% will be on 100% of takeovers going forward. Since NXT Takeover New Orleans, I have been building this place into NX3 with victory after victory after victory. I claim to be the best here, the best there, the best anywhere, but now it is time to prove it, and that is why I am here today, to dropkick William Regal's door wide open and demand the absolute top tier of competition this company has to offer. EC3, he's calling his shot. And when I call a shot, I do not miss.
Who do you want to face? Who are you going to ask Mr. Regal for? What opponent?
Everybody!
Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 590 pounds, Hanson Row War Raiders!
First of the War Raiders have came to NXT to stake claim to the NXT Tag Team Division. What have you made of this duo thus far?
Well, they've shown the Tag Team Division that they are extremely dominant and they are here on a mission. I tell you what, if I was in the ring, I wouldn't want to see them two coming at me.
Certainly have run roughshod over the entire tag team division. But it was the Mighty that perhaps made the mistake of challenging these two behemoths to a match. They accepted instantly and the match was made.
War Raiders with that take no prisoners attitude every time they step into an NXT ring.
I can't fault the Mighty. Ever since Shane Thorne came back, these guys realize they are on borrowed time. They need to make a move, and they want to make it now.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 450 pounds, Shane Thorne, Nick Miller, the Mighty!
Well, coming to the Mighty, they have actually picked up some wins recently on NXT TV night.
Well, absolutely. Ever since adopting their win at all cost attitudes, it's been win after win after win for the Mighty.
You're talking about Street Profits, heavy machinery. And I don't blame them. Ever since they lost that first round in the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic, there has been a clear change in TM61, the Mighty.
So Nigel, I'll ask you the question, do you like the attitude change for the Mighty?
Well, 100%. I think it's done great for them. It's put them on the winning track. I'm not sure whether calling out the War Raiders was a good idea. Look at the size of these. Oh, what a great way to start.
And talk about an attitude right away. Ooh, the Mighty on top of the War Raiders.
That was a smart thing to do. You take it to him early, take it to him quick.
And this match officially now on the way. And look at Rowe coming right in. Taken down. Shane Thorne and Nick Miller now.
Oh boy.
Going for the ride. Is that take no prisoners attitude, Percy?
That's how you gotta be though, man. There are no tomorrows out here.
Oh!
Oh, this is trouble right here.
Oh! Henson right in to Thorne.
Shane Thorne is struggling.
Now the tag made and back in his row. The War Raiders looking dominated. Oh, wait a minute!
Looked like the War Raiders were trying to finish things off quickly.
Oh! Thorne rolling up Rowe. Is this enough?
Wait, look!
A near fall, but
that was exactly how they beat Street Profits and Heavy Machinery.
The feet around the ropes in a Shining Wizard-esque move from Thorne, who now tags in Nick Miller.
Way to use the opportunity from Thorne.
And Ray Rowe. And guys, you've seen War Raiders more than I have. It is the first time the Mighty or anyone in NXT have been able to control the War Raiders for at least a brief moment.
It's rare you see the War Raiders on the receiving end of punishment.
And on the outside, that is Shane Thorne, is rolling Rowe back into the ring. What a win this would be, Nigel, for the Mighty.
It would be a huge victory.
It's a tandem offense.
That's it.
Cover. And Rowe kicking out. Near fall. And it has been almighty over the last few minutes, Percy.
Yeah, Vic, I completely agree. The Mighty, Nick Miller, Shane Thorne realized that this is the opportunity they have been looking for. And you notice the tremendous attitude change in this team. But they want to make an impact here, and they want to make it in NXT so everyone can see that they are not to be messed with. And this is the perfect team to do it, the War Raiders.
Oh! And Rowe, what a drop kick.
Right in the face.
And Shane Thorne. That'll stop anyone in their tracks. As Rowe tags, and in comes Hanson.
Whoa! You see the height?
And how about the power from Hanson? A squash, and Thorne is the legal man for his team. It's a unique power slam, Nigel.
Incredible. Both men ducked. Hold on.
Ooh. Whoa!
Look at the athleticism of the big man.
No wasted motion from Hanson. Tag.
I mean, that is uncanny to see a man of that size move like that.
Rowe, the legal man.
Salivating.
Oh, whoa! Cover.
That's it.
Oh!
Well done, Nick Miller, to the save.
At the last moment, Rowe disposes of Miller quickly.
Oh, boy.
Hanson taking out Miller. I've never seen a man that size fly.
I mean, it's not something you see every day, that's for sure.
Well, the War Raiders got stopped a little early in this match, and now they are pulling out all of the stops against the Aussie Action Heroes.
Oh, what a knee. And Rowe, another tag, and back in comes Hanson. Look at the eyes from Rowe just staring a hole right through Shane Thorne.
Oh boy, this could be all but over right here.
Whoa! Cover. War Raiders victorious.
War Raiders.
Was a word you used earlier, Percy. Dominant. That was a dominating performance from the War Raiders.
A dominant victory for the War Raiders, but a great start for the Mighty. Really testing the War Raiders early in the match.
Take a look at the big man, Hanson, going for it all. I'm telling you, you don't see a big guy do stuff like that every day.
Well, the War Raiders knew they were up against a big test, and in the end, had to put him away. Wham! With the full-out leg drop. That was enough to secure the victory.
Hanson was flying around like the cruiserweights we see Tuesday nights on 205 Live, right here on the WWE Network. But what a win as the War Raiders continue to roll through the tag team division here in NXT.